In previous videos, ODOT showed you 4 different ways to prop a dump bed. However, current ODOT safety standards narrow it down to 1. With the parking brake on and the engine wheels blocked, start the engine. Switch the master control switch to on and engage the PTO to raise the dump bed until the body props are clear of the V-brackets. Carefully raise the props. If you notice that the props are rusted, bent, or that there is no resistance when swinging the props up, for example when the bolt is loose, do not continue. Instead, let your supervisor know immediately. If the props are not bent or rusted and you can feel some resistance when you raise them up, continue and lower the dump body onto the body props. Next, position a non-damaged 6x6 timber block towards the back end of the raised bed between the frame and the truck bed. Chain and secure the timber block to the truck's body frame using at least a 3/8 length chain with clevis hooks. Wrap the chain around the cross member and the frame on the driver's side of the truck and attach the hook to the chain. Then, bring the chain over to the passenger side and wrap it around the cross member and frame again. Use the other hook of the chain and attach it to the nearest chain link. Finally, disengage the PTO and shut the engine down. When you're ready to lower the dump bed and put the truck back in service, check the surrounding area and make sure that all employees are far enough away from the truck to avoid injury. Next, start the engine and engage the PTO. Remove the chain and the 6x6 from underneath the dump bed. Signal the driver to slightly raise the dump bed in order to store the body props. With the body props in the downward position, lower the dump bed until it rests on the truck's frame. If the truck bed needs to be extended upward past the body props, for example for any type of repair or adjustment, do not proceed and try to prop the dump bed yourself. Instead, you must take the truck to the division maintenance shop. Finally, a quick reminder: never work under a raised dump bed unless it is secured in the raised position with the body props up and the 6x6 timber block in place. And make sure the dump bed is empty before you raise it. Besides the body props, the tailgate is another important part of the dump bed. The tailgate keeps the load secure, and it determines how you will dump the load because it can be released from the top or the bottom. The tailgate can also be completely removed, for example when you need to load the salt spreader. First, make sure the tailgate is secure at the top and the bottom. Check that the tailgate latch is keeping the tailgate securely in place. To release the bottom of the tailgate, pull the tailgate latch lever at the front of the dump bed. Or, if your truck is equipped with a release knob in the cab, pull the tailgate latch release knob. This will allow the tailgate to open when the dump bed is raised. You can change the width of the tailgate opening by adjusting the length of the chain that goes from the tailgate to the dump bed. Count how many links you're using on one side and make sure you have the same number of links on the other side of the tailgate. First, if you need to adjust the length, first make sure that both chains are hooked into place. Then, simply unhook the first chain from the dump bed and determine the new length of the chain. Insert the chain in the side opening of the dump bed and repeat the procedure on the other side. Now that you're familiar with the dump bed and the tailgate, it's time to load some material. To load the bed correctly, first lower the bed and make sure it's empty and clean and that the material gets evenly distributed into the dump bed. When you drive off-site, make sure you cover your load so it stays secure and debris doesn't disturb other drivers. Remember, covering the load is the law, and failure to do so will result in a fine that will come out of your pocket. When you arrive at your destination, don't forget to uncover your load before raising the dump bed. When you're finished for the day, collect and properly dispose and/or recycle any waste that is collected in the dump bed. You're transporting a lot of weight in your dump bed, which can cause your truck to easily tip over. There are several causes for this. It's easy for material to stick together, for example, hot asphalt, or if material is frozen. It's also important to make sure that your load is properly spread out in the bed, and not just to one side. Uneven loading will affect your driving as well. It can cause too much deflection on the rear shocks, and the uneven load may also cause underinflated tires. Finally, remember that excessive swaying of the chassis can cause the truck to tip over. The cause for the swaying can be high winds, traveling with a raised or overloaded dump bed, or leaving the tailgate open. Remember, you're traveling with a heavy load, and driving and dumping shifts the weight of that load around. Also remember that coming to a stop with a loaded truck will take longer than with an empty one. Always keep a safe distance between you and the vehicle in front of you.